Form's a tad boring right now. We only have one field. Seems like it'd be more interesting to have more fields. But where's the fun in my just doing that? It'd be more fun if you did it. Day 2 homework. Add a second field to the form. Display the value of that field in the list somehow. Your choice. You could add a field for the year it came out. You could add a field for which Chris's are in it. You could add a field for, I don't know, your favorite color, and then just print that thing in your favorite color. I don't know why, but if you want, just add a second field to the list, to the form somehow, and make sure that that field is actually displayed in the resulting form. Bonus credit. Display the second field in a separate HTML element than the flick name. See if you can then style it differently. If you don't know anything at all about CSS, there are about 8 trillion tutorials out there. One of my favorite websites is CSS Tricks. That is not csstricks.com, however. It's css-tricks.com. CSS Tricks, great stuff. There are a lot of videos. There's an almanac with all the CSS properties and selectors in the world. There are a lot of guides here, links to tutorials. That's not a bad resource for CSS. I don't know if it's the best beginner resource or not these days, but it is a resource, and I'm going to send you a link to it. But see what you can do. See if you can style it differently somehow. Make it a different color, make it italicized, make it bold. I don't care. Just see if you can somehow display the second field differently. And when I say in a separate HTML element, I don't necessarily mean in a separate LI. What if it ended up looking like this? Now, don't copy this because I'm not going to keep this. But what if there were an LI here, and inside the LI I had a span with a class of flick name that had my flick. And then I had a second span also inside the LI that had whatever. Something like that. What if you did that? Why did it indent that so much? Style each field differently. Now, by the time we have new fields and we're doing things like creating lots of new LIs, adding things here, maybe change heading. Oh, first of all, change heading is a terrible name, right? That's not what we're doing anymore, are we? Ugh. So let's make that actually a main part of the homework. Give the function change heading a more accurate name of your choice. Super mega bonus credit. Use more than one function. Break all of this stuff that's happening in change heading into multiple functions. Because really the job of that function, each function should have one job. So like building an LI, that probably belongs in its own function because that's like a whole separate job. So maybe create a new function that just spits out LIs and then reuse it. That kind of thing. Sound good? Cool. By the time you get done doing all this, it might become kind of long and unreadable. Anything else you think would be interesting to do? And no one ever says anything when you say, do you want even more homework? Yeah. But hey, heck, you've got 12 minutes now before the break, so you can get a pretty good start here. Add day 2 homework. So keep in mind, not only is your homework now going to be on the GitHub page for this project, but so is all the code that I did in class. And sometimes, if you find it hard to keep up with my typing in class, it is more important to pay attention and to understand what's going on than it is to be able to type as fast as I'm going. So keep that in mind if you find yourself getting a little behind in class. It may be more beneficial to watch and then just copy some of these files after class. Just if you're going to do that, do it in a separate commit from your own work so we can find your own work when we go looking through your GitHub repositories. Make sense? Cool. All right. Get started on your homework or go be young rapscallions or whatever. But I encourage you to stay and get started on your homework so you can get help. All right. But I'm going to stop talking now.